Hey guys, this is Eric and Chris. Grab the Irons podcast.
Hey, hello.
So this is our introduction to who we are, why we're doing this, and we want to just because we've already had a couple episodes out, we want to give you a little more insight to who we are and why we're doing this. Give us some grace.
Yeah.
We're just
It's a couple firemen trying
to put a podcast together. It's like it's no Joe Rogan or Huberman, but we're doing our best. So this is our chance to kind of connect with you guys and show you who we are, what we're about, and what this podcast is, how it was created, and where we want to go forward. So I'll kind of start with our why. Yeah,
Why.
We'll get into our why we are doing this for you guys. So I'll start off with,
and for us, selfishly.
Yeah, super selfish for us. You know, we're going to meet some cool people. Already have met some cool people and got a lot of information, and we're just excited to move forward with this and expand and you know, get as much information out for you guys from the very best out there, along with you know, just average Joes. We'll have a segment called Boots on the Ground, and that's just going to be you know, people that are working in the field and talking to them and what works for them, what doesn't work for them, and their trials and tribulations, and so that, you know, we can relate to other people and know that you're not alone in your thoughts, or you know, what struggles that you're going through aren't unique specifically to you, and that you can learn from somebody else and what they're going through. I know that's a huge help to know that you are not alone in how you're feeling and your struggles. So so we'll have, you know, experts and then people that just work within the field that we're going to talk to and dissect some things and try to better ourselves.
Yeah, just learn from you know, where we learn, you guys are going to learn as well. So that's the point, is get as much of this information out as possible. Because they're tools that we can use to help us in the job that we do that breaks us down.
So looking forward to sharing that information and getting all these people on for you guys to hear and learn from. But I'll start with myself, my introduction. My name is Eric Allsocker. I grew up in this area, Placerville, California, for most of my life. Played sports from a very young age. I think 4 or 5 years old, started playing soccer, and it was really a way for my mom to keep me out of trouble. It was one of the big keep me busy and out of trouble, but it was the best. It works.
Yeah,
absolutely works. You know, I got a single mom, 2 kids, and she's just such a badass, and she gave us everything, and she realized that sports was a really good outlet for us to kind of stay in between the lines. But yeah, that's a big part of my identity. I was an athlete for most of my childhood and young adult life. And I've fostered amazing amount of friends and kind of the mindset of, you know, staying active, and the competitiveness it's all been fostered from there.
Just get up.
Yeah. Just get up and do the thing. Right. And, I was good enough, at football to go and, be a recruited walk-on for Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, and was on the team for several years. And while I was there, I got my kinesiology degree. And so it was, you know, the school's amazing. They gave me a ton of information, great foundation for, you know, physiology and anatomy and exercise science, nutrition. And, you know, when I was there with that kinesiology degree, I was thinking, you know, be a strength coach or a physical therapist. And I did some of those things, right? Never became a physical therapist, but worked with a ton of them, learned a ton from some amazing people. I was a strength coach for a handful of years, personal trainer for many years, and learned a lot. I put in a lot of hours working on, you know, exercise programs to nutritional programs. I just spent hours and hours listening to podcasts, reading books. It's my thing. And that's kind of,
well, you could tell.
Yeah. It's like,
I mean, we're lucky. I'm lucky to have you as the co-host for sure. I'm learning a ton of shit from this guy.
Yeah.
And then our department where we work, we're lucky to have this guy too. Like, a lot of people go to him when they have ailments or they can't figure out what's going on with themselves, because this guy has the answers. So, and that's why we're doing this, because this guy knows a lot about this stuff too. So those are the questions to ask these guys that we're going to be and gals that we're going to be interviewing.
Yeah. And it's, I enjoy it a lot. I like, obviously I'm a fireman. I do like helping people. And when I see somebody in pain or have an issue, I take a lot of joy out of, fixing a shoulder or a hip, or they've got nutritional questions or supplements or stuff, like, not sleeping well. I do my best to try to remedy that for them or give them information to put them in the right direction. But there's only so much I can do, with my job, and I have 2 little kids. And so selfishly,
almost Irish twins.
Yeah, 19 months apart. It's hell on wheels for sure. In the trenches.
Deep
in the trenches. Yeah. I have an amazing wife. I could not do a fraction of what I do without her. She is a superwoman.
Is she working out next door still?
She's working out with 2 kids right now. She's a stud.
Atta girl.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
But anyways, so with that kinesiology degree and all that stuff, like, I enjoy this stuff. I love it. It is a passion of mine. I know a lot of things, but putting them into practice isn't the easiest. I should know better, but you don't work out sometimes, or you eat the wrong things, or you don't apply all the information you have.
It's the hardest part, and
it's so hard,
bombarded.
Yeah, with so much stuff
every single day. It's impossible almost.
Yeah. So that's my start of who I am and what I started. And then after a few jobs being in the fitness industry, I found my way into the fire service. I got my EMT and went through a regional academy, and was fortunate enough to have a friend that worked for another department that was huge influence and helped me get a job, and worked for them nearby as a local department for about 5 years. Got my
who was that? Who was it?
Travis Parsons.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I've known Travis forever. He's a great guy. I love
Where's
Travis.
Where's he at now?
He's at San Ramon.
He's at San Ramon. That's
right.
Yeah,
we worked at Diamond Springs together for a while, and he's cool. He's a great mentor. That guy knows his stuff. I love Travis, and he was a
fireman.
He was a big reason I was able to get a job at Diamond Springs, and then got my P card, worked there for a while, and then
paramedic card.
Yeah, paramedic card, and then worked my way down the hill to Eldorado Hills with you. And so I've been there for 4 years now, and it's been great. I love the department.
Gosh, it feels a lot longer than that.
I know. It feels like yesterday that I got hired too. It's time doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't.
But so I got there, got through probation, did all the things, kind of find my way into this. Yeah, barely. Just skimmed through. And then, I met Chris, and we're very like-minded. We both had meatheads, had a passion for fitness and health and wellness. And so we decided, like, hey, we don't have a health and wellness department really. It was nothing. It was nothing when we first got there.
Within your first year there. So like 3 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
When we started it.
So, and we just kind of been pretty proactive about it with getting, certain type of programs, people, experts to formulate programs for us.
There's a thing called the budget.
Yeah, the budget.
That's really hard.
We have a pretty nice budget considering.
I mean, we do.
Yeah.
And like our admin is a lot more, our old admin was great too, but like our new admin is a lot more
very receptive
with the health and wellness stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're about it. And it benefits them directly.
It does.
Yeah. So they see the value in it. And again,
which we'll talk about on the show too, like comp costs going.
Oh, sure.
Rampant through the departments and crippling departments and.
Oh yeah. I mean, if anyone, in any field knows that there's, injuries are rampant, and then along with mental health, right? The comp costs there are through the roof now.
Yeah.
And it's sad. No one wants to be on the sideline. Everyone wants to work. Everyone loves their job. Right. But there can be burnout. There's a lot of things that we'll go into, or, moral injury and stuff like that.
Sloan talked about
that.
We already interviewed and published and didn't come with the intro.
Yeah, so here we are. We are.
We got it. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna do it.
Yeah. Hindsight's 2020. We're working on it.
We actually already did this too, and then we weren't recording. So
yeah, and we're recording. Thank God.
Yes, we are. I was looking.
Okay. But yeah, we met and started this whole program, and then we decided, like, hey, we're getting all these great people and learning so much stuff. Like, why don't we just expand it and help as many of our brothers and sisters within the fire service and shift workers as well. Like we know this just doesn't affect us.
It's sleep is the biggest part of this.
Sleep, stress, mental health, lack of activity, poor diet. Like that ranges. Everyone's affected by that, right? So it's, nurses, doctors, law enforcement,
like night shift, right? Like
just night shift in general, just a wreck.
No sun.
No, your circadian rhythms all jacked up. And we're a very specific demographic of people. But a lot of the stuff we're talking to does apply to the general public. Like this is health and wellness for everyone.
Yeah.
But, we are going to be a little more catered to those people that have these night shifts, that have this chronic stress, see some terrible stuff, do extremely hard labor. Those things take a toll. And that's why we're a little more specific to those people. But in all honesty, this hits everybody.
Yeah.
A lot of information that we're going to be bringing out.
We'll run through those numbers too, like a lot of the stuff that we'll compare is to like general population, like, what our cancer rates are compared to their cancer rates, depression, PTSD,
suicide, all those things. Yeah. It's a staggering, they're staggering numbers. Higher. Yeah. They are higher. And if we can move the dial in the other direction anyway, that's a freaking win.
1%.
That's a huge win. That's somebody's life that, could potentially be saved.
Yeah.
Or add years onto people's lives.
Yeah. That's important.
That's really
those valuable years,
Yeah. You work your ass off and like you should enjoy your retirement without being crippled.
Yeah.
If you don't have your health, you don't have anything.
Yeah. You want to take your grandkids paddleboarding and, just do cool stuff.
Yeah.
Travel
no one wants to be in pain.
You don't want to work just to like be
a vegetable.
Be
shitting your pants. Yeah. I mean, I shit my pants, but not because it's because I had too much.
One of our
too much curry. Yeah.
Or Budweiser.
Yeah. Or beer. And, we'll get into, alcohol and, we'll get into a ton of different things, but,
show specific stuff, we'll talk about alcohol, sleep. We'll talk about depression. PTSD,
And but so like both Chris and I, we kind of like to coin it the crunchy bros.
Crunchy bros.
Yeah, it's we are kind of hippie woo woo in a sense that we like look outside the box and
sometimes people roll their eyes. Okay.
Yeah, I remember when I first started talking to the guys at Diamond, like, yo, you need to get your feet on the ground. You need to ground, right? It's really good for inflammation. They go, just get out of here.
That's enough out of you.
That's enough. And
then more granola.
Yeah. And then Huberman comes out, or like some Navy SEALs like, oh, I wake up every morning and put my feet on the ground and I like get sun in my eyes. And I'm like, and then they start, hey, like I'm out on my lawn and early. And I'm like, I told you that like 3 years ago.
No, you didn't. You didn't tell me that.
Yeah, it's like
Huberman did.
So like those things are a little outside of the box. It's different from, traditional, Western medicine or what the narrative has been for years on like, you just need to do back squats and bench press and all these things that has just been the norm forever, like looking outside of that. But also I like bench press.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah. We played sports and
they call me Tits McGee.
Yeah. Sick tits, dude.
Sick tits.
Yeah.
Tits McGee.
He's got a great rack on him. But we like to kind of play with that line, that flirt with it, where it's, we are kind of the old school mentality for sure, what, the establishment was, and then kind of breaking those walls and those boundaries as well. Mm-hmm. Trying new things and seeing if you can move the dial a little bit differently. That seems a little off the cuff or woo woo, but actually has a lot of science base behind it. So just bear with us.
And that's like the fire service, right? It's super traditional.
Yes.
Yeah. And like a lot of people in the generation, Eric's quite a bit younger than me, but even just older than me, like it's hard to change them. It's hard to change their minds. It's hard because they're so
set in their ways.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Set in their ways. But we're willing, we got a lot of that in us as well.
Sure.
But we're willing to branch out and be like, oh, well, that
doesn't serve us anymore.
Masks in a fire is really stupid.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, I don't want to, I've talked about it in one of the earlier episodes, but like cancer isn't badass.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
just like it's going in there and looking cool, smoking cigarettes while you're inside of like a burning building looks great. It's a great picture.
Yeah.
But having fucking, lymphoma or lung cancer isn't cool. So taking those precautions and looking long term is cool, is badass, is being there for your family and not having cancer.
And there's tons of ways around cancer. Like,
there's
just
a lot
regular
of different
blood testing.
Yeah.
And we're going to get into that. Like, if you do blood tests every 3-4 months, you're going to find it usually before it gets too big.
You'll at least see some trends, right?
Trends, yeah.
And if you're not testing, you're guessing. So that's like another big theme for us, is being able to give you the tools to stop guessing on how to optimize and make sure that you're staying healthy. And right, that's so. Moving on to like my why.
Yeah, your why. What's your why, Eric?
Why I want to do this is just it just continues. I do want to help as many people as I can, and this platform will hopefully give me that opportunity, especially the people that help so many other people and don't fill their own cup. They pour their cup out trying to help other people, and it gets very shallow, gets close to empty, and when that happens, you can't help the people that you love and the thing that you signed up for. So again, moral injury, right? So
Dr. Sloan,
that cup is empty and you're at work, you don't have the empathy or the passion or the drive to help those people like you did before.
And your own family.
And it bleeds into your family. Yeah. So, I'm learning as a parent is you got to take care of yourself sometimes so you can better take care of your kids. You can't just dump everything you have out. Like, you need to recharge your batteries in order to be.
And that's for like, so you can help them when they're 30.
Yeah.
And then you need to take their grandkids because they got a job interview or whatever it is.
Sure.
Right.
There's that.
Like, not for now, but you're helping them for down the road.
Oh, it's now too. So I don't snap at them when they wake up at 2:00 in the morning. So I can be like, okay, all right, we're good.
This is why I meditate.
I'm going to read more books and sing Baby Beluga. It's going to be fine. Yeah.
Yeah. You're in it.
But, that's my big reason why is to help fill everyone's cup back up so that you can be in a better position to do your job, still have that passion, still have that drive, still have that empathy, not have so much, burnout or moral injury, and have a healthy, long, successful career, and along with, there's a selfishness to this as well. I love health and wellness. I listen to all the podcasts. And then now with this, hopefully I'll have the opportunity to reach out to experts that I really want to know something about this specific area. And that's what I'm looking forward to a ton, is meeting these really intelligent people that spend hours upon hours of research. It's their job to figure out these things. And they have a huge passion for helping these people. So if we can get their word out that much more and it can spread to more people, that's just icing on the cake. So
what is Grab the Irons? Like, what does that mean?
So
for people that aren't in the fire service.
Yeah. So the Irons is a Halligan.
Military knows too.
It's a Halligan, it's got a pike, it's got a flat bill, and it's got forks on it. And so that's married with a flathead axe, and they're married together. And it's one of the first tools we take when we get off the engine to go do any type of job, any incident, right? It's super versatile. It can do numerous things, and it's pretty simple.
Yeah.
It's just these two tools, but the way that
most people have one of the tools in their garage.
Yeah, exactly. So it's those combination, those two tools are just, it's limitless what you can do with them, and super versatile. So we thought that it'd be appropriate for us to name this podcast Grab the Irons, because that's what we want to give you guys, is these very simple tools that are very versatile, that can change your strength, your speed, your endurance, your recovery, your nutrition, your mental health, all these things. We want to give you low entry. So it's not going to cost a ton of money. But it's going to be these tools that are so effective of changing the dial and can make your life better. So that's kind of the origin of why we called this podcast Grab the Irons, and just kind of it steering us in the direction of where we want to go and helping everyone else is giving those tools to you guys.
Well said.
Yep. Yeah. So that is more or less my spiel. You'll learn more about me as we progress, but let's head over on to Chris Sickenberger.
Hi.
Yeah. Let's know you a little bit better there, bud.
All right. So yeah, my name's Chris. I'm in my mid 40s now, I think. It's 43.
Look a day over.
It's 43,
39.
Oh, you dick. And I grew up out in the East Bay Area. Before it was the Bay Area, right? It was little corn town, Brentwood.
It's blowing up now.
Yeah, had birthday parties in cornfields and stuff like that.
Children
it was great.
The corn.
Yeah,
watch out for
them.
Yeah,
that's me. Grew up riding my bike. Staying out till the street lights came on. Mom coming out looking for me.
And no cell phones.
Yeah, no cell phones. It was great.
It was amazing. So much freedom.
Best generation. Like
the 90s.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
And played sports. Sports kept me out of trouble as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like severe ADHD.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, my brain. There's some studies on my brain from Dr. Rosenthal out in San Francisco. My parents had to keep me up all night, and they had me sleep, and they did an EEG. Then they brought me in a couple weeks later and had me awake and did an EEG because it was new.
Yeah.
Back in the 90s.
Oh yeah.
I think I was diagnosed in 1989 or 1990. I forget. And it just wasn't a thing,
Mm-hmm.
So I've struggled with that my whole life.
Sure.
And it definitely is. It's definitely learning disability. It
can be a superpower at times, but it can also be.
Yeah, it's a superpower because I'm like, let's go.
Yeah. You got to drive.
But when I'm sitting down and studying for the engineer test, it's like, it's it's a hard time focusing.
Yeah.
I digress. Sorry. But that is a part of me,
ADHD.
And that is kind of why I do this. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You will see that I am ADHD. I'll go over the place. Try to stay on task. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so, grew up playing sports, playing baseball and basketball, mostly basketball through high school. Still play in a men's league, a couple men's leagues. I've played with this guy a few times.
Played a few times.
Yep. And which is great, that it keeps you moving in the direction to stay healthy so you can do something, right?
Oh,
so
yeah.
you can, because basketball is tough, man.
Basketball's
if you haven't played for a while,
you're hurting for
you're
days.
Crippled afterwards. Yeah.
I haven't played in a while and I'm scared to play.
Yeah. So, I try to stay healthy so I can play sports, and be good at my job as well. Because if we're not physically fit and we're not able-bodied as firefighters, we can't do what we signed up for, which is help people out.
Yeah.
And that's a big issue to me. And so, I got hired pretty much right out of high school. I got hired. I was what you called a nugget because my aunt was at Tuolumne Calaveras Ranger Unit for CAL FIRE, which was CDF back then. She was an admin assistant up there. She got me a job because I really didn't have a ton of direction out of high school. And I never really looked back from there. I fell in love with it. And I worked there for a couple years and then went back to college to get my basically your fire science and your EMT stuff that you need to do to get hired by a municipal department.
Yeah, get your foundation.
Went back to CAL FIRE in 2008, worked at the Y. I worked up in Garden Valley, Station 50, and then for Amador Eldorado Ranger Unit.
Yep.
And then worked at the Y, which we used to go play.
Oh yeah. Ultimate Frisbee
with the Diamond guys all the time.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It was very fun. That's why I know Travis pretty well. And that was the best time of my fire career. I mean, man, we had a board and it was just had pull-ups, push-ups, sit-ups.
Oh yeah.
Who could put your fucking boots on faster? Your Wildland boots. Who could put in your gear fast? And it had everybody's names with times.
All the times, yeah.
Just
Red Shack was on there.
Red Shack. Oh, dude.
Tombstone, and it was just, right?
Tombstone.
Yeah.
What's the one? Not Mount Murphy, but what's the one going up to Garden Valley? What's the grade right there?
Oh, it's Marshall grade.
Marshall grade.
Yeah.
Hike. Yeah. Yeah, it was so much fun. It was the best shape of my life.
Yep.
And then, got married, was going to start a family. And I was like, man, I was just gone for 46 days, like
Cal Fire life's tough.
I don't know if I can do that with a family, I mean, luckily my wife that I met had already been in, I met while I was already a fireman,
Right. So she
understood the biz. Like. Yeah. For me to be gone for 40 days. So it would have been fine. My wife's awesome. She's great with it. She loves me to go to work most of the time. She's like, get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
It's time for you to leave.
Yeah. You've been here long enough. Go away for a couple days.
And so, that's when I decided to get my paramedic license. It took me a while, like everything, to actually, I mean, I was saying I was going to get my paramedic probably for 5 years before that. And then I finally committed because at the time, if you didn't have a paramedic license, you weren't getting hired.
No, that's kind of true today a little bit.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So got the paramedic license, which was great. I actually really enjoyed paramedic school and enjoyed being a paramedic, which I didn't think I was going to do. I thought I was just going to get the P card just to get the job. And then came the ambulance.
Ambulance is tough.
Yeah. And the nighttime transfers to San Francisco and Santa Rosa, those are tough. The lack of sleep. I don't know what my testosterone was because I wasn't getting regular blood tested at that time because why would I, right? I was 30. I mean, I guarantee it was high, but it went from whatever it was to like 110.
Which is crazy.
Basically overnight.
Yeah.
And that's what medic life does to you. And you see these medics and you see them suffering from it. You can just the physical effects on it. You can see them physically, right? Like
takes a huge toll, lack of sleep, stress, too much caffeine, probably a lot of nicotine as well.
Shit food.
Terrible
on
food.
The road.
Sitting a bunch. Yeah.
Yep.
Takes its toll.
So, but there are ways to fix that kind of stuff.
Combat
and that's why we're here, right?
Yep, exactly.
And because we're learning, I'm learning from him, so basically a big part of the show too is like he's kind of the subject matter expert and I'm the everyday Joe, right? Like I'm the guy coming in to Eric being like, hey dude, what's going on? Like why is this happening to me? And a lot of guys at our department and gals go to him as well, when they have an ailment, and that's why we're lucky to have him. And you guys are lucky as well to listen to him. But let's get back to who I am. I got hired with the Hills in 2016, and I'm an engineer paramedic now. And I love that position. I'm struggling right now if I'm going to take the captain's test or not, because I've sat the seat a couple times and I don't love it.
Yeah. It's tough.
Yeah. But so that's kind of who I am, where I'm from, but the why of why we're doing this is because, when I worked for Cal Fire too, like I was not this, there was no official title, but I used to PT all the guys, like that's always kind of been my thing. Right. Like, because it was always easy for me. So
to work
out.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, just come do this with me, There's kind of a natural coach in that way, I feel like,
Right.
And so that's why I became interested with Eldorado Hills one too. And our chief Mo Johnson at the time, Chief Johnson at the time, whatever, he's great. We're good friends. He came out with a health initiative, and I took it over, the health and wellness portion of it. And then Eric came on with me, and now we co-run it together.
Yep.
And when you get in a position like that, you start getting hit with budget stuff. You start getting hit with admin stuff like, hey, our comp costs are 140% when they should be down in the 80% range.
Yep.
Like we need to fix that. And that's kind of our job. and we've done a great job. We've brought it down 20%, in the couple years we've been doing it.
Yeah, a few years.
And I won't tell you how much money that correlates to, but it's a lot of money.
It's a lot.
And of taxpayers' dollars, and but other than that, it's people not being hurt. And that's the most important thing.
Yeah. No one wants to be hurt on the sidelines and, watching people get Mando behind them right. And just being stuck at home and just not having an able body.
Have you been out for like extended period of time?
Only for the birth of my children.
Yeah.
That's it.
And but you're not really suffering from that, right? Because that's expected.
It was,
different kind of suffering.
Different type of suffering. No, it was a joy. It was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Every minute of it.
I love when when I see baby, I will never be like, oh, I wish I had that time back.
Yeah.
It's so precious. I'm like, dude, I will never want that ever
again. There's glimpses where you're like, this is super cool. And then there's crying and pooping and everyone's crying.
Yes. And pooping.
Yeah.
Well, we only have one. So
we got two.
Which is, that's part of my story. The only reason that we have one. That's part of my mental health story, why I'm here, Like that wrecked us.
Oh, sure.
And it still does hurt. My daughter was like, I wish I had a brother or sister to hang out with, and you're like, oh. So, but yeah, my why is like, we're seeing those numbers and we're seeing, and then we start looking at the bigger picture, right? Like, what's it affecting the fire service systemically? Like, 30% of us suffer PTSD at some point. And I think that number's low. I mean, that number is continuing to grow here as it's reported more and more, and it's talked about more and more from stuff like this, starting to, like our show, people are starting to talk about it more,
Yeah. Well, we're changing the culture.
Yeah.
We're not doing it. I mean,
no,
we might have an effect later, but
hopefully that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah. It's that old school mentality of just like crush it down.
Yeah.
Don't talk about it. That's weakness. And that
that's cancer.
That's cancer. Yeah.
Heart disease.
Heart disease. It's something that we should talk about and be more open. I think there's a good change. The dial's changing.
I think so.
Because people see the value and it's like, well, I don't have to be messed up like this all the time.
Yeah.
Like I should go get help.
Yeah.
Like you go to a mechanic when your car's broken, your head's broken.
Yeah.
You should go to someone that can fix your head.
But that's the thing is like people, it took so long for society to think like, well, people's heads can't be broken.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
Because we're all broken in the head. I don't care who you are.
Yeah. No matter
what. You're not a firefighter or, a nurse or military.
Just life.
Just life,
man. Life in general. Something's going to happen. And that's fine. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing to have, struggles, trials, tribulations, and trauma, but it's how to work through it, decipher it, and process it in the right way.
Yeah,
there's right and wrong ways.
Yep. And that's where we'll have people on here to discuss stuff like,
oh yeah,
okay, if you don't sleep all night, don't wake up and do a 90-minute just hard, heavy, Metallica blasting pumping workout that I used to do all the time. Yeah. I'm like, well, I got to get my workout in today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should still work out.
Yes.
But there's a right and wrong way to do it to optimize. Basically, if you're, lack of sleep,
maybe
there's studies showing that, sleep can counteract or working out can counteract poor sleep.
Yeah.
I think Rhonda Patrick came out with that and said like, yeah, you do this specific type of exercise and it can combat lack of sleep.
Cool.
So,
and that's why we're here, right?
Yeah.
There's another reason,
another tool in the toolbox, right? So, but yeah, same thing with mental health, right? Like there's people out there that's their job is to help you get better.
Mm-hmm.
So you can be in the right mindset.
Yep.
So, yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of, and just what we suffer from, like depression, PTSD, and this the staggering numbers, like our suicide rates are 2 times higher. Like,
oh yeah,
the normal general population is 10 out of every 100,000 commit suicide. We're 20 out of 100,000. We're double that.
Yep.
PTSD 30%, and then depression and anxiety are, depending on what field you're in, 23 to 30%, whatever.
Right.
Like these numbers are staggering, where the general population is like 2 to 10%. You know, we're like 3 times higher almost in everything that is going to mess you up in the long run to basically give us cancer, give us, you know, heart disease, or, you know, which is the biggest killer of firefighters. You know, everybody thinks, oh, firefighters die from running into buildings. No, it's not. No. Like 66% of our deaths are from cardiac disease and from cancer. And
then the mental health thing is climbing now too. So it's like
skyrocketing.
Add that on top of it.
Yeah. So that's why we're here, and that's why we're doing it. And I just want this message to get portrayed to the population, because it's just so important.
Yeah.
And there are ways to get around it. And you're never going to fully be able to recover from a night on the medic where you maybe looked at your bed, but there are things you can do to, you know, gradually reduce the inflammation that happened that night, you know, from that night.
That caused it, right?
That caused it. So
yeah, you can go one way or the other. It's like, you can't predict how much sleep you're going to get each night.
Yeah.
And then some night workers just don't sleep at all. That's their shift, right?
Yeah.
Like you can't control those variables, but how you respond to that stimuli is what's going to make the difference.
Yeah.
Right. So if you choose to, you know, use alcohol to fall asleep, that's going to put the dial in the wrong direction. Right. You know, if you decide, no, I'm too tired, I don't want to go on a walk.
Yeah.
Like, just a walk, like some type of physical exercise, where it's like, I'm too tired, I'm going to eat a bag of Cheetos, I'm going to go watch Netflix instead.
Yeah.
You have a choice. You always have a choice, no matter what. The cards can get dealt and they can be poor, but how you play them is a whole different thing in itself.
Yeah.
So giving you those tools to be able to say, all right, bad hand, but what can I do to optimize this hand as much as I can? That's a big reason why we're here.
Like you said, you know, it's like the irons are very simple,
sure,
but they're very complex. And there's a lot of very simple, complex things out there that can help right now.
Yeah. It's how you use the tools. I've seen people that, oh my God, they are just wizards with those irons.
Yeah.
Like they have put in so many years and they can do anything and everything with them.
Yeah.
Right. But it took time.
Yeah.
It took a lot of time. It took a lot of training, a lot of practice. And so like these tools may be simple that we give to you, but it's going to take time. There's no magic pill. We don't have Ozempic. No. We don't have
that's not magic.
That's not magic. Like we don't want to give you that magic pill, because everything comes at a cost.
Yeah.
So what really makes a difference is consistency and time and practice and failing. You should fail.
Yeah.
Failing is what is the best thing for learning.
Yeah.
That you learn the most from when you try and fail. Every time you fail, you're like, okay, I took something away from that.
This is what I learned.
So,
and if you don't, then if you don't learn from it,
then sorry, you're spinning your wheels. Yeah. Sorry. Just get up.
Yeah. Just get up.
Just keep getting up. Like that's the thing. The devil will get tired.
Yeah.
So, that's kind of us. That's what we're trying to do with this. And, we will take any type of feedback, any requests. You want to reach out and you have a expert that you want to hear from that we can interview. That's huge. We definitely want to be a part of that. We want to this to kind of be an open forum and be a tool for you guys too. Kind of guide. This is kind of your guys' ship too. So leave comments and make suggestions. Leave messages. Like we're both dumb firemen.
We said earlier, it's like we're looking for people to interview too. We have quite a bit, but like if you guys know somebody, reach out to us.
Please do.
They would love to have this, or if you're somebody that's some badass USAR person or some ER doc that's listening to this that works inner city and like just has been just
seen some
berated
stuff
with gunshots and just whatever's going on in your city, like we'd love to talk to you about that kind of stuff, because
your story too.
We're kind of in the country a little bit.
Yeah, we are a little bit in the country. Yeah. But yeah, even if you have a good personal story of, what's changed your life and what's worked for you, please reach out. We would love to talk to you and spread the message. So
I got a good story real quick.
Yeah.
So before we leave today, part of our why, right? We're both on the peer support team. We had a call. So basically what I'm going to get at with this is like, it doesn't matter what department you work for or how big they are or who you work for, what police department, what branch military or what ER you work in, you're going to eventually get hit with something bad,
Oh yeah.
And today, our crew recently ran on a call, it was a self-inflicted gunshot wound. And when they got there, he was still alive to the head. And, so now they have to package this patient up and they have to put him in the back of the ambulance and they have to transport him to the hospital. And they're just being barraged with this, constant, like, looking at this guy with the open head wound and like, that's not normal.
No,
it's not normal, and
it's definitely not the norm. I mean, we've seen it.
Yeah, it is. And that's something that like, we didn't even end up having it because some of the guys were like, oh, I've been working so much. I need to go home to see my family, know, but they are going to take that home into their family. That is this one more thing in there. Eric talks about your backpack being full, like that's just one more stone that you put in there.
It becomes heavier.
Overflow. And then sometimes rocks start falling out your cup, right? You talk about your cup earlier. Sorry. And then, that's just filled up your cup a little bit more. So now you don't have that empathy for your family and your kids. And this one more thing you might not be able to task,
Yep.
So,
yeah, it is. And, everyone processes things differently.
Yeah.
And it's tough. There's no one size fits all.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and we've been on peer support enough and talked to enough people that listening to people and how they've dealt with it can be way different than somebody else.
Yeah.
And that's our thing, right? We're just here to listen. We're just here to listen to your story and try to help you out and everything. We don't have the answers. Like that's not our job, right? We're just there to create space for you.
We might have some, just
could have some tips, right? We can have advice, right? To kind of help out, but it's a slippery slope for sure. And we do our best. Everyone does their best.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah. Excuse me. Again, we're honored and humbled to have the opportunity to do this.
Yeah.
We're going to take a lot of joy and pride out of this, and we look forward to continuing on and just bringing good information to you guys. If we can help one person, that's a win for us. And just being able to keep this going and talking to more people and us getting better is also going to be another win.
And so yeah, we'll get better too. Hang with us.
Yeah. Again, we're trying the social media thing. Both of us are pretty terrible, but we've got a couple things. We got a YouTube channel. We're on Spotify, Instagram.
Grab the Irons
podcast.
Yep.
And
Six Sack Entertainment.
Worldwide. Just gonna rock the drums. But yeah, guys, we're gonna try to make this light and fun too. Like we don't want this to be, have a stick up our.
It's gonna get real.
Yeah, we'll get real.
Yeah,
it'll be tough conversations, and but we're gonna laugh, have a good time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, thank you for joining us on our little introduction, our little spiel. I hope you learned something. Just about us, I guess.
We're gonna learn something.
Yeah.
So
at least
learn with us.
At least who we are and what we're trying to do and what our why is. And appreciate all the support and
thanks for listening.
Peace.